Hello everybody, I'm the Charbox Gamer and welcome back to Tsushima. I want to give Brian a quick thank you for pointing out the audio issue with my video. Sadly, I couldn't go back and fix them, but hopefully my quick fix helps it, but I kind of doubt it. You'd think by now I would learn to keep all my files on me, but sometimes space just pops up and, I tried to give it a quick fix. Hopefully it works out. But if I'm not fixing the issue, then, oh boy, we're gonna have the same problem again. I'm very sorry if that's the case. I don't mean to seem like I'm not caring about it. It's just I kind of record ahead of time so that I have a good flow of schedule, and the issue was pointed out on episode 67. I'm recording for 84 currently, but luckily I saw the comment at 83, so I went back and fixed 83, so it's not a complete loss. Hopefully it's not a complete loss here, because I really hate to make someone think that I just listened to their advice, ignored it, and kept doing the same video as it was, because honestly, I like it when I get comments. I like it if someone gives me a little bit of a nudge on what could be improved, like audio, for example. Audio is always an issue, and I really appreciate the heads up, because that, it helps me out. But at the same time, I feel a little nervous, because it's like, oh man, I hope that I did fix your issue, because if I didn't, it's going to be like I'm ignoring the advice, and I don't want people to think that I'm ignoring their advice when they're giving me helpful hints, because I don't ignore the advice. I try to improve based on what I hear. Like, for a long time, and this wasn't, comment-wise, but some friends, some family, they said, hey, your YouTube videos are a little too long. So I've shorten them down. Like, typically I would go for like hour videos. I think I mentioned this story before, but they kept saying, hey, you need to keep the videos a little shorter, because nobody's gonna want watch anything that's like an hour long. And I'm like, okay, that's understandable. Sometimes I don't like watching videos that are hours long. Sometimes I like a good sized video, and I get it. Like 30 minutes, that seems like a reasonable amount of time for a video. I try to keep it in the 20-minute range, just because it's easier on my voice and all that, but I took their advice and I stopped going for hour-long videos, because not only is it a pain in the ass to record, but it also hurts the voice. It's just, typically, around this time, it's better for me in general, so I went with, I'll keep it within 20 minutes, or keep it to 30 minutes at max. Does that rule always apply? No, it doesn't always apply, because there's some videos that do take a little longer. Typically, if it's for plot reasons, like episode 80, that was a big episode, because, it's the end of the second act. It's gonna go into the third act. It's gonna be a long video. Same with episode 81. It's kind of lengthy, but that's because it's starting act 3. Like those are turning points in the story. They're important, so I gave them a little extra airtime compared to a video like this, where I'm just going about doing side stuff at the most. I still have no idea what you said. I should have turned on the goddamn subtitles. Can't I put on subtitles? I'm pretty sure I probably can. But anyway, I'm hoping that the audio issue has been resolved. If not, Brian, I'm really sorry. I appreciate it. I thank you for giving me the heads up. Horse, get the hell out of Dodge. I don't want to lose another horse so soon. I might have been a little reserved on getting a new horse, but I like the new horse. He's a good boy. I also know that I'm gonna put this in a post, on the day of, I think, episode 70, because I think that's where I started fixing it. Fixing in quotation, because at the time, I don't have the old files for those videos, so I can't go back and edit them properly. So, sadly, at the time, the most I could do is just boost up the max audio, and that's the best I could do for 70 to 82. And I'm sorry if that kind of takes away the quality from it. It's just I don't have the original files. If I did, I'd go back, re-edit everything, re-record everything, but sadly I don't. And these guys still have poison. I hate that. Archers were assholes to begin with. Archers with poisons are even bigger assholes. Get off. Oh my god, he went far. And, you know, for future reference, if there is something that I could work on, if I could edit, and I don't see it right away, and you see me upload stuff that I don't seem to take your advice, just know that I record ahead of time. So if I saw your comment, chances are I did see it. It's just too late to go back on it. But when we cover the DLC, I'm hoping that all those problems will be fixed. So here's hoping. Again, I'm very much hoping that I did get the issue settled. And I know I'm repeating that a lot. It's just because I'm a little nervous on it now because I'm thinking about it. It's like, damn, I don't want to let that one dude down. I don't want to let the dude down. Like, they gave me a heads up. They took their time. They made the comment. They were very nice about it. I like it when people are nice. If you say something rude, I mean, I'm going to be polite about it, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Just be passive-aggressive. Be passive-aggressive. One of my family members says that for as nice as you are, you can be very passive-aggressive when someone really gets on your nerves. And I'm like, who has ever gotten on my nerves? And they pointed out, usually when somebody insults your friends or family, you become like the biggest dick to that person without being the biggest dick. And I'm like, do I now? Good. Maybe they'll learn not to be dicks to you guys. And then I'll be nicer. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's a bear. Whoa. Hey, that guy got fucked. I mean, I don't care that they got fucked, but at the same time, it's kind of a weird sight to see. Holy shit. Wow, they really get into animations for the bear. Wow. Sorry, Yogi, I gotta put you down. You're still alive? Huh. Well then. Interesting. Come on, Riku, let's go. There's this one guy that was very rude to my stepdad. And I'm just gonna keep, like, I probably mentioned him, like, during, like, the School Tycoon videos. I probably always said his name, but I didn't say his last name, so he still has his privacy, but he's called Finn. And I called him Finn Dover because he's a simp, and I don't respect simps. And honestly, if he hears this, I'm not gonna hide my feelings about you. Did I tell anybody what happened? So, my stepdad, he's working at this, like, restaurant kind of hotel area. Like, it was a restaurant, but it was in the hotel. That's the most I could give. I don't know if I told anybody about the place, but hey, if I did, screw it. Fuck it. People need to know how fucked up these fuckers are. And I don't care if I ruined their business. Their business is already ruined because they lost my dad. And, you know, ever since then, the restaurant went to shit. Funny how that happens. Anyway, you're probably wondering why I'm a little pissy. And the story is, see, my dad, he worked his ass off with these dickheads, right? And when he told his boss, Ben basically went up to him, gave him some unprescribed pills, and said, here, take this and get back to work. And since that moment, this place got a lawsuit, by the way, so you know how this went down. Ever since that goddamn moment, I did not like Ben. I didn't like him to begin with because he was kind of an asshole to my dad. And then when he did that, oh my god, I have a hate boner for this guy. It's not even funny. Like, I'm a forgiving person. If you met any of my friends, if you met anybody that knew me decently enough, they would tell you straight up that I'm very nice and I am very forgiving. However, ever since this guy did that to my dad, I have yet to forgive him. I don't think I ever will forgive him. He's putting my dad's, health on the line at the time, and it's like, that is such a piece of shit move. That is such a piece of shit move. Which reminds me of another story. A personal story that I'm going to leave out the details because it's water under the bridge now. But it did involve one of my family members and one of their friends having a big argument. And I know the storyteller could have a big bias for his family member, but the argument was fucking stupid. It was very stupid. It was so out of left field that, even a blind person could see it was stupid. But this person was full on believing what they were saying was true, which was not. And I'm going to leave it at that. Again, a little too private for me to share, but I could give you some very minor details. Anyway, the point is, after that little argument, I just did not really care much for this person. Because they were kind of being a dick about it. They were kind of being a dick to my family member, and I didn't like that too much. So, did I be a dick back? No, I did not. I avoided them like the plague. I just didn't talk to them. Like, honestly, I didn't talk to them but prior. Like, the only time I ever talked to them was with that family member. Since they weren't around, I just didn't give a shit. But I would get worked up when this family member would complain about this person that I go into full-on ranting mode. Well, one day I kind of got this person's name confused with another friend of the family who was on very good terms with us. And when I heard the name and I started going through the ranting mode, my family member looked at me and saw like, what did they do to you? Did something happen that I wasn't aware of? And I'm like, what do you mean what they do to you? You remember what happened with you and her? And she's all like, Anthony, I said this person's name, not the other person. And I'm like, wait a minute, who's this person? And they had to point out who the person was. And I'm like, oh my god, I had a brain fart. That person's cool as hell. I did not mean what I said towards that person. I meant it towards your asshole ex-friend who is kind of a bitch, not gonna lie. And they had a good laugh. They're like, man, I wonder what would happen if I told you I got into a car with this person. I want to know how you would react. And I was like, I'd be confused. Why the hell would you get in a car with your ex-friend who's now kind of an enemy? That would confuse me to hell, and I'd be concerned. Again, I'm keeping it vague with the details on purpose because this happened a long time ago. These wounds are now closed. I wanted to share the story without opening any wounds, so if by any chance that person sees this video, they don't know I'm talking to them. So, yeah. Nobody knows. Only I knows. Does it make an interesting story? Not really. You need context on what happened. You can't just listen to me say what, like, it was a dumb argument and take it for word, because god damn it. Because, you know, it has something called bias in this shit. If I could share what happened, though. This bitch thought my family member took her druggy boyfriend. Yeah, you heard that right. This bitch really thought my family member was into her druggy-ass boyfriend. Holy shit, he's going to kill someone. I didn't know you were there. I am so sorry. I'm usually better. I don't know why it skipped. Like I was saying, I am so sorry, NPC. Usually I'm better at keeping people safe. I am going to kill the archer. I'm going to kill the archer. They now have poison arrows. It was a big dick move when you had fire arrows. Now poison arrows, it's kind of even a bigger dick move. And then I'm gonna say, got kind of ironic considering I'm the one that kind of introduced the whole poison arsenal in this game. I knew it was gonna bite us to the ass later.
Find somewhere safe.
I knew it was gonna bite us to the ass later. Anyway, yeah, crazy bitch thought my family member was after their druggy boyfriend. Druggy boyfriend's a piece of shit. Don't do drugs, kids. If you're a kid watching this, I'm sorry for the language. I'm sorry for the parents that walk in, hearing their kids watching some YouTuber curse a storm up here. I'm very sorry. Just know that there's a reason why we have a For Everyone playlist. It's so that kids can enjoy the video too. And oh, stealth assassination of these bitches. You're dead. You're dead. I know you. They see each other. Is that all of them? No, of course it's not all of them. I missed one. It's okay. Oh, crap. There's another. Sorry, I got distracted by the fact that this guy was going to die. What was I saying? Oh, right. Don't do drugs. Yeah. Because this one guy... God, he was an asshole. He was an ugly looking asshole, too. Like,
I'd given up hope before
this person was fighting for this bitch.
Well,
They say love is blind. They must be serious. If love is blind, then she must be blind as a goddamn bat, because this guy was a real piece of work, and not in the good way. In the bad way. This looked like somebody who slapped together a bunch of cardboard, duct tape, and for the shits and giggles, glue and glitter, and said, yeah, this is an art project. Which, don't get me wrong, you can make an art project out of that if you handled it with care and precise. But this guy looked like something the cat dragged in, spat out, dragged outside to kick some dirt on, and then dragged back in just to play with. And if you're wondering why I'm more insulting this guy than, you know, the friend, I still don't like this guy either. The friend got a pass. Not a full-on pass where I'm buddy-buddies with them, but full-on where I'm toning down the insults. I might say, oh, they're a bitch. Which is true, kinda. But it's just to that point. Like, I'm not gonna be a big dick. Now, this guy, however, I don't like him. I don't like him. You can probably tell I don't fucking like him, considering the last minute or two I've been insulting him. He kind of stirred the pot a bit, saying that, oh yeah, my family member did fuck around with him, which, ha ha ha, maybe in his drug-induced mind. Maybe in his drug-induced mind. But not in reality. From my point of view, he kind of is the reason why they fought. So, yeah, he could go fuck himself. I realized that I went throughout this whole video just sharing story time with everybody. Usually, I kind of get stuck after a few minutes because usually my stories are like just a few seconds long. But when I get into a ranting mood, when I want to bitch about somebody, I could go on for hours. I could go on for fucking hours. Did I share the story about the laundromat? So, my washing machine broke down. So I went to the laundromat. My grandma was with me. And my phone doesn't pick up well outside of the house. So I can't, like, watch YouTube or do anything, you know, fun with my phone. So we're just sitting there bored. And, well, I was basically bitching about Tide Pods and, you know, the Tide Pod challenge. I know that's an old thing to bitch about. I knew it was an old thing to bitch about. But the thing is, I want to distract myself, and when I was getting into my ranting mood, I was being a little over the top because it amused my grandma. Like, she was getting a kick out of it, so I just kept up with it. You would not believe what happened. I might have told the story before, but I love retelling the story because it's hilarious. So, I'm, again, going over the top of my ranting. I'm talking with my hands. I'm making a lot of movement. I'm really trying to have this rant go on for as long as we need to be at the laundromat, which, noted, this is about fucking Tide Pods. I could say, oh shit. You don't see shit. I could basically say it's a stupid challenge and be done with it. No. I kept going back and forth with the whole subject until somebody pulled up at the laundromat. That's when I shut the hell up, because, okay, it was just me and my grandma. I could be very weird with her, and she wouldn't bat an eye. Some other stranger seeing me being weird? No. They probably send me to a psych ward or some shit, right? So, I acted, quote-unquote, normal when this guy enters the laundromat, and he approaches us. He's like, hey, are you okay? And I'm confused, like, yeah, just waiting for the laundry. Is everything okay? And he points to a part of the ceiling where there's a camera. And he says, well, I own the laundromat, and I was going through the security cam, and I just saw you ranting and raving. I had to come by and see if you were okay. And I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my god. I was so over the top with my ranting that it might have looked like I was rambling on like a madman. And I had to explain to him why I was doing it. I was all like, sir, everything's okay. See, we're waiting for the laundry to get done. We're bored. I'm bored. I was just ranting to pass time. Like, I'm doing this. So, can I get this guy with... Oh, I can't. I'm doing this to entertain my grandmother and myself. Everything is perfectly fine. And he kind of left, but he didn't look too convinced. He looked worried, like I was kind of crazy. And, well, if you saw me moving with my hands, you'd probably agree with him. When he left, my grandma busted out laughing. And I was trying to, not laugh too, because I now know I'm on fucking camera. I don't want to get called out for more shit. So I'm staying perfectly still while we wait for the goddamn laundry to be done. It finally gets done. Mom comes by to pick us up. And she starts laughing her ass off. Like, laughing her ass off. She had to hold the side of the wall just to keep herself from falling down from laughing. After she calms down, she looks me dead in the eye and says, Anthony, why didn't you just tell him we're Italian and Portuguese? He would have understood completely. And I had to pause and think, damn, that would have been an easier explanation. He would have got that. We talk with our hands all the damn time. I talk with my hands all the damn time. I just have to tell somebody that I'm both Italian and Portuguese, and they'd be like, oh yeah, makes sense. We won't question it. And from that point on, we didn't go back to the laundromat. Not because I was embarrassed and now knew there was something watching me, but because our washing machine finally got fixed.
Things are happening along the roads in Sago, my lord.
The Mongols are skilled in using terror to control people.
This was more than that. I saw them hang a man from the trees while his father watched.
Damn.
I still hear his father screams.
That's awful.
They harm any others.
Well, that being said, thanks for listening to my stories today. I'll see you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.